understand it, but I just kept thinking, gee, that might work. I mean, that sounds goofy. I'm not as smart as you are, Sharon. I mean, my little simple mind was thinking, gee, that might work. I mean, that was really what I was thinking. I liked that it was essential services. I liked the idea of residual income, but I just thought it might work. So I decided to jump in. I had to go to make $1,000. I was not the $10,000 guy.
Welcome to Empower Your Pattern with James Hendrick. Member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Success, Confidence, and Thrive Coach. Get ready to learn the principles and tips to help you overcome the adversities in your life and become the success you always meant to be. So you come with us and get ready. We can join this together. Come along and get ready. Let's fly. Yeehaw! Welcome, Pattern Realm. I'm so glad to be here today. Now, the audio on this message may be kind of poor on this, but I'm going to try to let it shine through the best way I know how. We're bringing in Presley Swaggerty. The topic of this is PE82. Do these three things. Over to you, the coach, Presley Swaggerty.
So I started talking to people. It took me a few weeks, but I got a check with a company, and I was all pumped up. But I used to go to church with the guy named Zeke. And Zeke would always say, go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you're going to be able to see further. Well, Zeke was right. When I got into 1,000, I could see 3. So I put my head down, started working a little more. We got into 3, and then you know what? When I got in there, my eye expanded again, just like Zeke said, and I could see 5. And then we got into 5, and I finally reached that 10 mark, Alex. And then I just kept going, and I'm still to this day resetting goals because this company is exploding, this company is growing, and we, all of us in this room, have a chance to do amazing things. We have a chance to do amazing things, and I'll say this, if you don't understand that or believe that right now, take some of our belief. Because I'm telling you right now, there's a reason I'm standing here talking to you guys. And it's not because I have any financial ties to this room. You understand I have 0 financial ties to this room. I'm doing this because I love the culture of ACN. We help each other. I happen to be in town. I think the world of these guys and this guy right here. I couldn't wait to get here just to see them and hug their neck and say howdy. And I'm happy to help any way I can. And you're going to find out the culture of our company is second to none. We do it for the money, but there's so many other benefits to what we have our hands on. It is unbelievable. But, I decided to do this business, and I tell folks now that my reality today is better than my dreams used to be. And I don't say that embellishing that one little bit, because I grew up in the ghettos, guys. 2 murders and a rape within 7 houses, no dad. My mom worked in a sewing factory. So I'm telling you, it doesn't matter where we come from. See, we can all start now and make a different ending if that's what we want to with our life. And I'm challenging each and every one of us. Let's start now and make a better ending for our lives, for our kids, for our grandkids, for everybody involved. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 quick points here, and then I'm going to get out. 1, these are the 3 things that I have talked about for years. 30 years I've been telling people this is the 3 keys to success. And to this day, they still are the 3 keys to success. 1, be your own best customer. Be your own best customer. Don't get in this business and tell me you're not going to try the services. I'm sorry, you're not really in the business then. You know what? You understand that I don't sell what we offer. I share what we offer because I use it. I can tell James, hey man, our cell phones are amazing. You need to do it. Hey James, the energy's phenomenal. We'll save you some money because I use it. I can talk about everything that we have because I use it. I'm sharing sell open opportunity. That's really what we sell. We just use the services that we went over earlier. That's just kind of our vehicle that we use to sell the open opportunity. But you need to try it all. I don't believe we can be big in this business if you want private services. And understand, do you realize you get a commission back on your own services? Do you realize not only do you get a great deal, but you get that commission back too? You should be wanting to be your own best customer. I think I have everything that ACN offers in my house. Because, number one, if I'm talking to somebody, I want them to know I'm doing it. And if you're wanting to build a big team, you got to understand, if you're doing it, your team will do it. Because this is a monkey see, monkey do business. So if you get the services, your team will get the services. Be your own best customer. Number two, you got to plug into everything you can plug into. Now, I realize I'm preaching to the choir here, aren't I? I mean, we're here at an event today, so I'm preaching to the choir. But you need to get this through to your team that isn't here, because this is, I think, the biggest key to our success in our business. I don't believe you can do this in a big way if you don't plug in. I can tell you where I was sitting the first event I went to, Matthew. I was sitting at the Anatole Hotel in Dallas, the first big event I ever went to. We were in a ballroom. There's about 4,000 people there. I can tell you right now, I can get you within about 5 feet where my chair was sitting, because that's where I made my decision that I was going to do this big. That was the day that I made the decision I wanted to be like Matthew, or I wanted to be like Alex, or I wanted to be like James. I'm watching those folks walk across that stage, and that's where I made my decision that I was taking this to the next level. That next event, I didn't want to be sitting in that chair. I wanted to be walking across that stage as a top money earner, getting promoted, doing all that sort of stuff. You've got to plug in. You know, here's my biggest thing. I've been blessed to talk at some of Barry Warry's events, and I've got to get to know a lot of the leaders of all kinds of companies. You know the one common trait I found? All the top money earners get to every event. Let me say that again. All the top money earners get to every event. Do you realize success leaves clues? Yeah. When I heard that, I thought, I'm not missing an event. And understand, I get money. Because when I first started, I didn't have any money. You know what? We got a few guys, and we jumped in one car, we all pitched in a little money for gas. We took sleeping bags and put about 8 of us in a hotel room. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but we did. And back then, you could eat off what was called a dollar menu. There's no such thing as a dollar menu in fast food joints anymore. It's a value menu now. You know, it's about $4. But anyway, that's how we got to the event. That's how we went to the event. Because here's the deal. If you want something different in your life, you got to change. You got to do something different. And sitting at home is not going to make you any better. Getting to the events will. Whether it's a little event, a medium-sized event, or a big event. You got to be there. It's that simple. The other thing, nowadays we got Zooms. We jump on the internet, we get on Zooms. Do I do Zooms? Absolutely. But I want to say this, there's nothing like belly to belly. There's nothing like meeting somebody in a coffee shop. There's nothing like getting with somebody and looking them eye to eye, talking to them about what we've got. Because when you're looking a little inch by inch square, it's hard to get your emotions across. It's hard to get your belief across. So anytime you can get with people, do a home meeting, meet them at a Starbucks, do something to get where you can talk to them person to person. Now, if they're off, if they're in Quebec, or if they're somewhere where you can't get it, then yeah, Zooms. I mean, Zoom's amazing, and I use it all the time. But I'm just telling you right now, you want to get with people, but plug into everything you can plug into. I'm assuming we'd like to make a lot of money. Yes or yes? I'm telling you how, guys. I mean, it's so simple, but I'm telling you how. Number one was be your own best customer. Number two is plug into everything you can plug into. And number three is you're going to have to work your butt off. If anybody ever talks to you about ACN and they say, just sign up, money starts coming. Sign up.
There you see. Good old Presley Swaggerty. You know, I need to be a little bit more observant of my ACN business. But I want to say this. If you're in networking, and maybe you're needing another stream of income to pad it up, I'd say go for it. Whatever it is that you do that you love, go for it. Please do that. Now, I can't go beyond these 3 things. I can't go beyond these 3 things. Who am I to disagree with the coach? But we got a little over 14 minutes to talk about things. And so I want you to look at this. Number one, be your best customer. I don't care what kind of entrepreneur you are. You're to be your best customer. If you're a speaker or a thought leader, you need to be practicing your own content every day. Every day. If you're making ranch dressing, then you better be using your own ranch dressing. Some people will say, well, that's insane. I won't do that. Then you don't need to be in business. I'm expecting an inheritance from my dad at some point. Now, I'm not saying this for my own self-aggrandizement, because my father's death was a shock to me. But one thing I intend to do is to pay off my debts, plug into some services to help my ACM business grow. That's number one. And number two, listen to me now. You need to plug into events. Let me tell you something. I have felt guilty for not going to events. Most of the team members locally here have been women. But you know what? I'm going to find a way to do it. I'm going to find a way to do it. One way or another. I'm asking you guys for your prayers that my business endeavors take off, because then I can give you guys even richer content. And of course, I'm no dummy. If I have to, and I'm not afraid to, I'm going to start up my coaching business so that people can know my brand and use that in some ways for those who want to be entrepreneurs and they're not sure what kind of business they want. Offer that as a possibility. It's low risk. It's very low overhead. And let me tell you something, it's worth it. It's worth it. But if you can't be your best customer, you can't plug into events that can help you become a better entrepreneur, then I'm sorry. The game is over and you lose. And you know what? I think you lose a lot. And number three, of course, is to work hard. And I'm going to shoot an arrow at myself here because I haven't been. This week I intend to get the fire back in me to do what needs to be done. Because how many of you entrepreneurs want to get paid? Yeah, we want to make a difference, no doubt, but we want to get paid, right? Then what you need to do is look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself a couple of questions. Who's holding you back? It's you or fear. Think about that. That's not that hard. And this isn't funny. If you want to make that money, in many ways, you know the answers. And if you don't know, go on a quest to find it. Go on a quest to find purpose. I'm beginning this in July. My quest to find purpose. And I'm hoping that by July, business is hot. That it's going good. I'm asking everybody to be patient and continue in prayer for me, because I want to be a success so bad. My last name is Hendrick. Now, many people, they think, well, you know, your name is spelled Jimmy or Jammye, but it's Jimmy. And technically, that's why when people want to fill out forms for me, I put down my legal first name, which is James. Now, I don't blame people and say, Well, aren't you related to that guitar player? Jokes like that. But seriously, when it comes to money and becoming an entrepreneur, no jokes. No jokes. You want to experience life more as an entrepreneur, right? So do those three things. Do those three things. Why not? Let me ask you something. Do you want to be going up or going down? I've been noticing the trend with me lately. And it's time to change it. I'm noticing, with maybe a few exceptions, a lot of my friends are moving on. Especially those spiritually. I need to expand and grow and move, and the sooner the better. The sooner the better. Would you rather be up or would you rather be down? I'm not kidding here. I'm not pulling any punches. Be your best customer. Okay? And also, really and truthfully, taking this trust in the Lord that your business is going to be okay. You said, Jimmy, how is it you want to become an entrepreneur? My family has asked me that. They're like, why can't you just take a job? Be normal like everybody else. I told them about the talks I had with my granddad. My granddad infused in me the entrepreneurial spirit. And it's up to me at age 54 to finally get up and do something about it. It's time. Granted, I know it's painful, but do these three things, please. If you're entrepreneurs out there, be your own best customer. Plug into networking events and conferences that can help you grow, especially if you're an ACN. And number 3, work hard. Those 3 things. Do these 3 things. And I know I feel like the biggest hypocrite because I haven't been practicing some of the content. Well, I need to feel like I need to be taken more seriously. Get where I need to be. Because the past few episodes, being hungry, finding purpose during and after grief, and getting rich God's way. This is the beginning of the icing on the cake, the beginning of the crown jewel of this one thing. And that is to do these 3 things. Be your best customer, plug into events, and work hard. Please do these 3 things. I hope you enjoy listening to Empower Your Pattern. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of Pattern Realm. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Please share this with Mama-san, Papa-san, and everyone. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you. Remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really, really love you. God bless you, and have a blessed day.